go ahead and tell us like your name and the name of your business and how did it get started?
Well, my name is Katrina Jackson. The name of my business is Pure Skin Repair. And it actually got started back in about 2015, the end of 2015. I had got laid off of a job that I had, that where I worked remotely. Um, and I started making this cream beforehand to try to help my daughters with eczema. And so
Oh,
that's what actually catapulted the business. So people started seeing changes in my daughter's skin and asking me what was going on, what we were using, and I was giving them samples. So when the opportunity came, blessing in disguise, whenever
yeah.
I lost my job, people started buying, and so that's what actually started it was the cream, and now it's some of everything. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice. Nice. I like that. And yeah, eczema is pretty big, especially like for people with darker skin. I know I had the same issue with that when I was a kid, and I used some type of cream. But now that I know that, then of course I'll be looking into yours too to get more
Oh,
information. Yes, ma'am.
absolutely. Thank you. I didn't even know as many people kind of dealt with eczema until I got into this, until I started making the products for my kids. And so I always say nothing makes you change your ways or see things differently than kids. So
Yes,
that's what
exactly.
started it. Yeah.
I agree, and especially like if you're able to try it on kids too, that lets people know that it's a good product to use. Because I know with
Yes.
kids they break out easily. So
Yes, and they're very honest. So the first few formulations I made, they smelled medicinal, and my daughters are like, I'm not gonna wear
yes,
that.
not do
So,
it
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I got you. Okay, nice. And like, what other type of products do you have? Do you have that certain just the only product, or do you have other products or like different scents or flavors? If you could tell like me and the audience about that.
Absolutely. So out of the body butters, it started with the original, but I now have 8 other fragrances, and everything is made with natural ingredients, different essential oils. And so there's 8 different fragrances, 2 different sizes of the body butters. But other than that, I have a total of I think 38 or 39 products now,
Oh wow.
going from hair care to bath bombs and body oils. And I also extended it out into home care as well. So we have candles and wax melts. We even have a car freshener.
Okay. Wow. Nice. And this like the products wise, do you make it like say in like in your own time, or do you have like employees that help you out in making them?
I make everything myself by hand. So I'm in the
Nice.
process of me being a busybody helps a lot with that. So I'm able
That's
to do
good.
quite a bit. But I'm in the process of my mother and my daughter teaching them how to do it as well, and having them help me. So before this whole pandemic kind of hit, we would go out and do local events. So farmers markets, holiday markets, things like that. And we could kind of talk to our customers face to face and let them know what would be best for them, and all of that. And they helped me with that. But since then, things have kind of changed, and so everything is online now. We don't have that face to face that we typically have. That being said, though, it gives me a little bit more time to kind of show them how to make everything.
Yes.
They want to learn, and that's always a plus. If you have somebody who wants to learn, you can trust, you know that they're going to stick to your particular ways of doing things. That's always a good thing. So,
Yes, of course. And there's nothing wrong with that either, especially if you can keep it going, especially generation after generation. So that way, like you said, it does help if, like in a situation like this, the COVID happening, that it may be a trait that the rest of your family learns, and you guys can turn it into a bigger family business for a long term. So yes, that's good. Keep doing that. I like it. Okay.
yes, thank you. Thank
Yes, ma'am. And speaking of the COVID situation, like, has it helped your business grow during this time, or have you ran into like some bumps in the road? And if so, if you have ran into the bumps, like, how like have you like overcame it over time?
I've definitely run into some bumps. We did like 95% of our sales were face to face
Yeah.
before COVID. And just having to transition to only online was a little difficult to me. I'm more of like a talk to you, help you through it, sample
Yeah.
this, right there with you. And so that's definitely something that I had to overcome. In addition to that, which kind of sounds like the polar opposite. I'm not a fan of being in front of the camera and
Yeah.
and kind of being the face of my company.
Yes.
And that's something that I've had to change over this. People want to know who they're trusting with. They're not just their skincare, just their money, period.
Yes.
And so that's something that I've had to overcome as well. I was like, yeah, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to lose that 30 or 50 pounds before you get in front of the camera. People want to know who they're trusting,
Yes.
who they're trusting with their skincare. So that's definitely been something that I've been working on. In addition to that, just doing more marketing, figuring out my marketing online versus in person. Um, Having to kind of pull away from word of mouth just because we're not out there in the public as much, and kind of depending on different ad types and finding your customer base. Those are all some bumps in the road that I came across. Not to mention just the limitations when this first hit, the limitations of your raw materials to make the products.
Yes. Okay. And that's good though. At least you're learning and then being comfortable with yourself. And me personally, I think that's the biggest thing is once you're comfortable with yourself and able to go, to the next level of, like you said, getting in front of the people, in front of the camera, because yes, that is a big thing what people look at now. But I think you're on the right start. So keep going. I appreciate it. Yeah. And for the next question is, want to know
Thank you,
like,
thank you.
oh, no worries. And for the next question, want to know like, how do you feel? Like, is it a good feeling being that you have your own company? Like, do you like just enjoy it, or would you like want it to like, how would you say it? You feel like it's like something that you weren't expecting.
It's funny. I was laughing with my mom the other day, and I was telling her, if someone had told me the amount of work that goes into, initially the amount of work that goes into starting a business and running a business, I'm not sure that half of the people who have a business would be doing it.
That's true.
Before I started, they were always like, if you throw up a website, people will go to it, they'll buy everything, and it just doesn't work like that.
No.
That being said, though, I absolutely love working for myself. There's nothing like 16-hour days hit different when you're working for yourself than they do when you're working for someone else. When you're working for someone else, you're putting that time in. You're not really appreciated. But working for myself, being able to do everything, I'm in control of every aspect. And I was raised by country parents, and so your name means everything.
Yes.
In addition to being country parents, they're military parents,
Oh, double.
so your name means everything. So absolutely, absolutely. So before I put a product out, I'm checking it to make sure it's right, because that's my name, that's my reputation going into each product, and that's a labor of love. That's something that would be difficult to do for someone else, because you just don't have the same stock in it. You don't, not that you don't care, but it means a lot more. It's your name on the line. So I love working for myself. I'm the type of person that will wake up at you go to bed at 12 o'clock and wake up at 2 o'clock with my notepad, and I'm like, oh, I got an idea, and I'm like writing it down, and I love it. There's nothing like working for yourself.
Awesome, awesome. I like it. I like it. That's good stuff. Okay, cool. And like going towards that, being that you are like the owner of your business, but I understand you still have to like handle everyday everyday situations and with family and everything. How do you balance out both?
I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed. My mother lives 2 streets away from me. I did that on purpose because I'm a mama's girl. So I moved 2 streets away from her,
Yeah.
and she comes over every day. Right now, in fact, she comes over and helps my daughter with her schoolwork every day, so that I'm able to focus on the business. Um, so I'm very blessed in that aspect that I have her to help me balance it, because just being a single parent period is tough. Being a business owner is tough. Um, and my daughter has special needs, so that kind of throws another toughness into it. But it's a lot of faith. It's a lot of faith, taking it step by step, knowing that you're gonna make it. You just have to keep going. I've been very blessed.
Okay, wow. That's good. And that's great that your mom's in the area too. Family is always good to have close. And, it's still great that, like you say, your daughter has special needs, but at least you're adjusting to what needs to be done. And then also, I think it's great too that you're not afraid to have, like, people help you out. And I think that's a big issue with people when they have their own business, small business, that they kind of shed away from having that help. So that's good for you.
Yes, yes, it's been a struggle. I'm very um, strong-willed and independent, and don't like asking for help. And that's another thing I had to had to face doing your own business.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. And like, if you could tell, like, if someone asked you if like, um, what steps or like what would be like the first thing they would need to do, like to start, like say a business like yours, or just any business with, like, being that you have other priorities too, like what would you tell them would be a thing that would keep them, like, going instead of quitting?
There is always things to do, so I wouldn't necessarily start with that.
Yeah.
So, just kind of letting them know if it's a passion, if it's not pulling you away from other priorities, or if you see it's going to benefit your life and your family's life and those that you care about in a more positive way than you're currently in, it's worth trying. There's nothing wrong with failing. It's a lot that's wrong with not even attempting to succeed. So whenever you fail, you learn things, and I've learned a lot along the way. And those are little lessons as you go, and you just have to start. It's better to start, fail, learn something, and then proceed than it is to just wonder for the rest of your life if you had done it, would it have worked out? It's just better to do it.
Okay, nice. I like that. I'm pretty sure somebody listens to that and they're like, yeah, that's good motivation. That's good. Okay. All right. Now, almost done here. Like I said, I don't want to take a lot of your time, but ask a couple more questions. The next question is, like, what has been, like, your most rewarding thing since you started your business that you just can say that, like, that was unexpected, but I'm like grateful that that happened.
It actually goes back to my girls. So I have an 11-year-old daughter, but
Okay.
her father, when I met him, he had a daughter who was 3 at the time. So she's 14 now. So I claim her as my own. But that's aside the point.
I
I claim her as my own. So
understand.
when I say girls,
Yeah,
I
y'all
say
been
girls
together too
on
long.
both of them. Yeah. So my girls, the pride that they take in just going to events and doing some of the things, I let them help me put labels on sometimes, and just like the little pride that shows on their face. They'll pass around brochures or business cards without being asked to. They're so, just seeing the excitement and the passion in their face is so rewarding, and it makes you keep going. It makes you determined to keep trying and make it successful, especially since they walk around and they're like, yeah, I'm the future CEO of Pure Skin. And so it makes you like, yeah, I gotta make this work.
Yeah, they already claiming it.
Yeah. So that's been what's rewarding to me. And on top of that, just the family support was very surprising. Just to see them, it's one thing to make a product and you're like, yeah, this is good, but it's another thing for somebody to try your product and they're like, hey, I need it every month. I need this product. This is good. Like, it's rewarding. It's
Yeah.
really rewarding.
Okay. Nice. I like it. All right. And also, like, if like someone wanted to, like, get your products or like reach out to you personally to just maybe just get, like, motivation information from you, Also, like your products wise, where can they reach you? Like, is there like do you have a website, social media? If you can tell us that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My website is pureskinrepair.com. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook as pureskinrepair.one. You can find me that way as well. Um, whether you go to the website, social media, a phone call, and I'm trying to think of my work number. I think it's 512-564-9577, I believe, but it is on the website. So
Okay.
it's on the website. No matter how they try to contact me, it comes to me.
That's good.
So social media, text messages, emails, it all comes to me, and I'm more than willing to help. I also make custom products. So if I have a customer, which I do, I have a customer who's allergic to nut products, but she loves the body butter, so I make the body butter for her without any nut products in them. All the products have the ingredients listed on the back just to ensure that no one's taking something that's going to harm them or they're allergic to or something like that. But I always encourage communication. I'm big on communication. So calls, text messages, phone, I mean, emails, everything. It
Every
all
day.
comes to me and I respond back.
Okay, okay, nice. Well, thank you, Katrina. I appreciate it a lot. And like I said, hopefully a lot of people learn a lot of stuff and get motivated from hearing you speak. And then also check out your products because I think that's a good thing that a lot of people need to check out, especially with health and healthy skin. Like I said, I can't even say the word good. Like eczema is like pretty it's pretty like common with a lot of people, especially in Texas. So I
Yeah.
think that is a good thing to look at. And then also, like you said, you have other scents, and then you have over, I think you said like over 39 products, so that's even better. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And my mind is always going. So I have like Halloween products coming out soon. I have exclusive products for different holidays, events, and things like that. The best way to stay in the know is to go to the website and then log in for or sign up for the weekly newsletter. And I spill all the beans there, like if there's a holiday or a sale coming, things like that.
Okay. So I'm guessing the next big one is the Halloween. Oh.
Actually, I have an exclusive product launching tomorrow,
Oh wow.
and it's a tea blend that I crafted. And there's only I'm trying to it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's an exclusive product. There's only a limited number of them, but it's in honor of Mental Health Awareness Day coming next month on October 9th. So until we sell out or until October 9th, it'll be available for purchase. But it's focused on just balancing life, taking time out for yourself to kind of reflect on your day, organize things, and just try not to be so overwhelmed with everything. And the reason why I went with the tea is because that's what I do every morning. That's something I've had to kind of come to. I can't handle it all. I can't do everything, but what I can do and what I can control is what I need to focus on. So I sit there with my tea in the morning. I look out in my yard. I watch the birds, and I calm myself. And I felt like that would be a good product to release for Mental Health Awareness Day.
Okay, great. I'm gonna have to check that out myself, and I'll make sure to spread the information to my viewers too. But awesome, awesome. Well, thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah.